Flagstone is a really great product to incorporate into any new or remodeled landscape. It's versatile, durable, and beautiful. Today, we're laying flagstone around the pool and patio areas of our remodel. We're putting in about 2,000 square feet, which we got locally at Anasazi Stone. Grady Daw from Anasazi Stone has come by to see how our job's going. How you doing, Grady?
Morning, Pete. How are you? Good to see you again.
Yep. Now, when I was at your yard, we picked out two different color stones that we're using here. I think one was classic oak, the other was
Buff, I believe,
okay.
yes.
And we're mixing those together. I think I'm using a blend that's about 70% buff and 30% classic oak. I like that look just because it kind of gives a little bit more of the color of the stone out as opposed to using all one color. What do you think?
Exactly. On this job here, I think with the desert landscape and the colors of the houses here, it was going to work out the best.
Now, what other types of stone do you have at your yard?
Well, on this job here, we're using coconino sandstone. That's a local Arizona quarried stone. There's probably 8 different colors. We do bring in sandstones from all over the world, even Africa. We've got stone from India, China. A lot of local stones. Oklahoma with their browns. It's endless.
Would you say you have all this stuff in your yard there?
In stock. Yes.
How big is your facility there?
We probably keep upwards of 200-300 tons of flagstones in stock.
200 to 300 tons.
Yes.
Because we're only using what, about 20 tons
20
here?
tons on this job, yes.
Now, other than flagstone, what do you guys carry?
We're a full service supply yard. We carry all your setting materials, building stones for walls, slates, sandstone, limestones, thin veneer, which is popular for negative edges on pools, barbecues. We have a fabricating facility for cutting all your special edges, wall caps.
Because here we're using what's called random size stone,
that's right.
But you can actually provide square cut stones in almost any sizes, right?
Any size, up to whatever the customer would like to have.
So if somebody's looking for maybe a little bit more formal approach and they wanted 2 foot by 2 foot squares, you could do that, and it almost look like tile, but it's still a flagstone material.
Gives a much cleaner look, more modern to the flagstone look.
Now, one of the things we always do with a flagstone job is we cut and fit every single piece dry before we even start mixing mud to lay these things down.
Exactly, that way we can make sure your joints are correct and all the patterns are working out.
Now, when we've got finished cutting all our stone, the next thing we're going to do is start mixing our mud to lay the stone, and that's just a mixture of the cement and the sand. That's a pretty easy mix to do, but we have to have a pretty strong base to put that on.
We're using a 1-inch minus type flagstone here, and it needs to be put on top of a concrete base.
Mm-hmm. Now, they had an existing cool deck here, which we're covering, and they had an existing patio that had brick on it that we took off, and we're going to cover that with flagstone to match it all the way up from the pool to the house. So again, with that thin stone and with our mortar bed, we'll have a pretty solid product when we're done. Now, if people want to come to your store to purchase product, you guys have a system for helping them pick stuff?
We have a full outside showroom, kind of a garden walk area. Most of all the flagstones are on display. We have many ideas, different types of joint work, different color matches and blends. It really helps a bunch for our customers.
Well, I really appreciate you coming out today, Grady, and giving us some pointers.
Thank you, Pete. Good seeing you, and your job looks wonderful.
Thanks.